Hey everybody, it's Melissa with Sunday Chats with Melissa, and this is going to be a strange little video today because here's what's happening. I'm trying out new technology. So it's nothing new. It's stuff that I already had. I just wasn't utilizing it. So the camera that I'm looking in now is my EOS Rebel T3i, and I have that hooked to my laptop as a monitor. So I'm checking in with my monitor to make sure I'm in focus. Listen, can I tell y'all something? First of all, hold on. Hey, it's Melissa with Sunday Chats with Melissa, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already done so, can you subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up, because it took me a lot of hard work today and yesterday and the day before. I have been on YouTube. I'm going back between both cameras because I don't trust myself to have set this up properly. So I'm going to kind of look at both cameras and hopefully get at least one good video out of this today. I have been on YouTube to fix every single thing I couldn't figure out. Everything. I'm telling you that YouTube is amazing. If you're new here, if you just happened upon YouTube as far as like watching it regularly because of my Sunday chats, you're welcome. But there's really nothing you can't find out for real on YouTube. It's amazing. So anyway, I think I have this figured out, but I'm videoing it with my iPhone and with my Rebel. Not because I don't trust you, sweet girl, I do. I've had my Rebel T3i for a very long time, and she has served me well. But I wanted to have a little bit more editing capabilities and a little bit more opportunity to do some fun things in video editing. iMovie is really great, but it doesn't allow for a lot of things that I need to do, and it also takes up a lot of memory on your phone. So anyway, enough about that. Have you had a good week? Have you had like the best week ever? I mean, I had a good week. You know, I rested. I'm still at home. I'm still recuperating, but for the most part, I was able to rest this week and get some things done around the house. I still can't lift up anything that's heavier than a milk jug, and you don't realize how light a milk jug is until you have to pick things up. But I was able to do a little sweeping, a little vacuuming, a little bit of that this week, and a little bit of cooking. But anyway, so that's been my week, and I hope you guys have had a great one and are ready for the start of your new week. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some things that I'm really liking, like beauty-wise. So because I've been at home, I may or may not have done some internet shopping. And I don't have on lipstick today because I may or may not have I may have purchased at least a dozen over the last couple of weeks on the internet. I just felt like it was necessary. I don't know. I don't know. Isn't lipstick necessary? I think so. So I'm not going to go into all the lipsticks that I bought, but I bought a ton from L'Oreal. I have a beautiful set that's by Mally. I don't know if you're familiar with Mally, but she's amazing. She's a makeup artist, and to be truthful, everything I ever learned about or needed to know about putting on my makeup when I was first starting out wearing makeup, I mean like as an adult. I can't even go back to the time where I was putting on makeup when I was in middle school, please. I don't even want to see a picture of any of that. I mean, I think we had CoverGirl. There was like 2 little things in a pack, and I think we had some Noxzema, and we might have had some mascara. I don't know. Maybe we made our own. Maybe we did that. I don't know. Anyway, so I bought, so everything that I've ever learned or needed to know about putting on makeup, I learned from Leslie Blodgett, who was the creator of Bare Minerals and the owner and president and all of that jazz. She's since sold the company, and it's still a great product. I still use their products today. And Mally. And Mally was, for me, the first person who ever talked about contouring and highlighting. And a lot of her kits, I still have them, and I love them. So I still support Mally. I had a really cute kit, and I did a tutorial on it. So it's on my channel, and it was called, it's right here because I really liked it so much. It was called the Mally's Book of Brightening Essentials. And it's not only in beautiful packaging, but it has everything you need to be able to go and get about your day, except lipstick and mascara. That's it. But isn't that beautiful? It has an ombre bronzer. It has an ombre blush. It has 4 shadows here that you can make so many little looks with. And then it has all of your concealing products, and it also has the face defender. Now the face defender, I remember using that when it first came out, and it was still confusing to me. I'm on the fence about that, but everything else about Mally is great. But some things that I'm obsessed with are the RuPaul line that Mally collaborated with him. These are so beautiful. Okay, so they came in a set of 3. They came from QVC. I don't know if they're available anywhere else. I don't know if Mally's available anywhere else. But they're the 3 lipsticks. They are called, let's see, Workroom, W-E-R-K Room, Mamaru, and Teehee. I love them all. So, Namaru is this beautiful red color. Isn't that gorgeous? Sorry, iPhone people. There you are. So that's the red color in the set. And you get all 3. And this one is Workroom, which is a beautiful pink color. This video is going to be so weird. I certainly hope this. Oh, I hope I cut the mic on. Yeah, I did. And then this is Mamaru. It's a really nice neutral color. So I love, love, love those. And they also had lip glosses, which I may or may not have gotten as well. They're beautiful. And they go along with the lipsticks. So I'm loving them. Another thing that I'm really loving is, and especially if you're mature, and if you're not mature, I really think this could be something that you really need also. And it is called Miracle Water. It is by It Cosmetics. Let me tell you what it says on the front. It's an anti-aging 3-in-1 tonic. It has skin brightening radiance boosters, anti-aging treatments essence, and skin softening micellar cleanser. So I use this after I get out of the shower, after I use my Palmer's Rose Hip cleanser, and after I use whatever cleanser I'm using. And I change all the time. So I'm using Tula sometimes, I'm using the Hangover, and I'm also Hangover RX, and then I also use It. I have the balm, and I also have the Confidence and a cleanser. So whatever cleanser that I use in the shower, I follow it with this. And it just, it sets your skin, it makes it reproduce. It has some anti-aging properties. It has micellar cleanser in it. So if you didn't get all of your makeup off, it's going to get those last little traces off for you. But your skin needs to be toned. And it's kind of like a toner tonic type thing. And I think back in the old days, you know, we cleansed, we toned, we moisturized. That's what we did. There wasn't a lot of skin brightening serums or anything like that back in the old days. And so as we progressed, we were like, I don't really need a toner because there's someone else, but you really do. And this Miracle Water is amazing. I got it from QVC on auto delivery. It also came with a small secret sauce, which I have had the full-size version of, which I love, but I'm waiting on something else from It to come in the mail that I really, really wanted to try. It was a really good night cream. So I'm waiting on that. So I'm loving that. And also, can I just talk about this? I love Too Faced. I love their packaging. I love that they smell good. I love that the kits that they put out are always very thematic. And this packaging is amazing. So this is the Diamond Light. This is what the beautiful box came in. Okay. It came with a brush with this little pink tip, but look at this. It has this little button that you press and open it. Look at that. Come on. What is not to love about that? It is the most amazing highlighter you're ever going to see. And all you do, and this is not a tutorial by any stretch of the imagination, but you just put a little bit of this right on the top of your blush, a little bit right there on your forehead, down your nose line, your cupid bow, and a little bit around your chin, and you are all set. There's another highlighter that I picked up this week. Okay, so this is No Buy March. I think that's what it's called. I'm not buying anything in March. I can't. But this is another one that I picked up from QVC, and this is by Benefit, and it is the cookie. Look at that. It's the cookie highlighter that comes in the cheek leaders. Yeah, the cheek leaders set that I showed you, I think, last week on my Sunday chat. I got the pink one, but the cookie actually came in the bronze one. And I didn't want the bronze one. I wanted the pink one, but I did want the cookie. So I was able to get the cookie all alone. Okay. So, that is what I'm liking this week as far as beauty. I think I will put on, a little bit of some lip gloss because I got so many pretty ones, and I don't know if you've caught up on my tutorials or not, but they're so good. But I bought a lot of the NYX line butter glosses, and they go on kind of like a lipstick, and there was a bunch of them named it was like Istanbul, and this one I'm going to put on is Prague, and then there was Beijing and Tokyo and several other ones, but they're beautiful. So I'm just going to pop on, because I feel like my face just needs a little something. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Prague so that you can see how they go on. And they're not glossy. They're this kind of buttery lipstick feel. They smell good. They taste yummy. And I think they're beautiful. So this is Prague, and it's by NYX, and it's called Soft Matte Lip Cream. Okay, so I'm loving that. What else I'm loving is, and I am not new. I'm not new to crafting. I have been crafting for as long as I can remember, and I have been a rubber stamp and paper craft artist from way back. I've knitted for, gosh, nearly my children's entire lives. I don't knit as much as I like to. It's time consuming and things take a long time for me to get done. And to be honest with you, sometimes I get bored with just doing like the same pattern, but I also like a simple pattern because I don't want to have to refigure it out when I go and pick it back up again. Does that make me like a, does that mean that I'm like finicky, or what is that? Is it? I don't know. But, and this is also not my first, it's not my first gig for doing any type of calligraphy. I think the first time that I got married, I'm pretty sure I hand lettered my invitations. I can't be certain, but I think that I did. So I wasn't great at it then. I'm certainly not great at it now, but it's just something that takes practice. And so I'm ready to get my practice on. Every so often I'll pick up my lettering books and stuff like that and do like a little bit of practice, and then I kind of get away with it. But while I was on the Amazon, I picked up a beginning lettering set, which has like a nice little pen set that you can see there. Oops, I got to get used to this new camera business. That you can be. It's by Tombo, and it's called the Beginning Lettering Set. It has dual brush pens, a calligraphy pen, twin tip permanent black markers with bullet tip and fine tip points, a smudge proof pencil, erasers, and you can also download a lettering practice sheets at tombousa.com. So I picked that up on Amazon, and I was very excited about that. And I also got this lettering book, which is beautiful. It has it is spiral bound, and so it lays flat, and it has practice pages and just beautiful, beautiful information, different fonts that you can use. I don't want to do anything in particular with this. I would just really like to be able to write better. And here's the thing. I have a great handwriting. but I am always on 1,000 speed to get things done. And sometimes I will write something down and I'm like, what is that? And it's also at work. So I like have to like take time, sit back, breathe, and write slowly. I think that's a lost art. We don't write anything anymore. We don't do cards. We don't write letters. We don't handwrite anything because we have our iPhones that we can dictate into and it will write it for us because we got 17 other million things to do. We really don't. Slow down. Slow down and write a note today. If you don't want to go to a letter, don't do a letter, but write a note. Write a note, handwrite a note to somebody. I'm telling you what, some of the things that are most precious to me are the things that my mom has handwritten me and that I still have. I still have them, and I can look back on her handwriting and it makes me remember exactly the time that she wrote it. So don't forsake handwriting. You don't have to go get a lettering kit or do anything fancy, but just write something in your own handwriting. Journal something in your own handwriting. Write a letter to someone you love. Write a letter to your children. If you're still scrapbooking the old-fashioned way, make sure you use your handwriting to journal because it is priceless. It really, really is. So that's my crafting now. Oh, I forgot to pick it up. I don't want to run and get it. But when I was scooching around on YouTube trying to find out, you know, like about markers and all, here's my current marker situation. Yeah, that's what happens. I have markers, pens, swish, fine point, fat point, bullet point, point. I have every kind. But I'm going to tell you what they said the best thing to practice was the Crayola one. Just hold on. You're not going to believe how many people said this was a great kit to use for brush lettering. I'm done. It's the Super Tips by Crayola. I picked this up at Target. You can get these online. It was $6.99 and they price matched Amazon for $5.49. Hello. You have every color under the sun. There's 50 markers in there. There's not a color you won't need. And if you need to find a color that's in there, mix two. But I'm really excited about calming down and doing some hand lettering because I really, really enjoy doing things like that. I just don't get the opportunity to very much. And it's not that I don't get the opportunity, it's I don't make the time. That's actually what's happening. So anyway, I'm very excited about that today. And then the other thing that I'm super excited about, and I happened upon these at outside the Walmart. It's Girl Scout cookie time. This is the only time of the year that you can get Samoas. And don't fear. If you're anywhere near a little girl selling Girl Scout cookies, she's going to be hollering. There's going to be signs. There's going to be tables full of it. And I'm telling you, nothing makes me happier than to see these little girls out there selling these cookies. For one thing, it's something that everyone looks forward to. And seeing these little girls out there, because listen, scouting is one of the best things that your kids can do. I didn't have a girl who Girl Scouted. She did ballet and she did field hockey and softball. She was never really interested in scouting, but I do have an Eagle Scout. And I'm telling you that hands down, the things that he learned from being in a Boy Scout troop, the things that he did when he camped, and all of the things that he did for Order of the Arrow and for his Eagle Scout badge and his Eagle Scout project, which his Eagle Scout project was to make a outdoor science lab at the middle school that I worked at for almost 12 years and that he attended. And it's still there and it's beautiful. And he didn't do it by himself. He and his dad made it, and then his troop helped them install them. So that'll be something that'll be there for years to come. But he is a fine human being. A fine human being. Well, because he's my people. Nevertheless, I find in a lot of instances that when I come across somebody who is a Boy Scout, and an Eagle Scout especially, they are so much more prepared for life, for taking care of themselves and being good pillars in their community. I'm telling you, it was the best $1 trillion I ever spent. Did I ever mention how much it cost for them to sleep outdoors at summer camp, where they brought their own hotel, their own food, their own clothes, and all these things? It's very, very expensive. Could have gone somewhere really, really cool. But he loved it. And he is a fine human being, and even more so for being an Eagle Scout. He really, really is. It was a really great experience for him, and he loved it. And he did it with his dad, and they did it together, and it was awesome. It really was. So I am always about supporting the Scouts. I'm about supporting the Girl Scouts, especially at cookie time, because that's kind of when you see the Girl Scouts out. But Samoa's are my favorite. But I might have to say that I did have a new box of the lemon ups, because they did away with the lemon ones that they had last time. Listen, go find yourself a little Girl Scout. Get on the internet and find one. You need those lemon ups. It is a shortbread cookie that has lemon icing that tastes like tricks. Delicious. Get yourself some Girl Scout cookies. It's not about eating boxes of cookies. It's about helping little girl entrepreneurs. That's what it's really all about. Girl Scout cookies. Go get you some. Okay, and back to some more things that I'm obsessed with. Okay, so I already showed you my Too Faced thing, and I have this right on my table because I'm going to look at that every day. It is beautiful. Another thing I'm obsessed with is fingernail polish. And this brand I found by watching some YouTube channels. Let's see. Ooh. It's called Ciate. There you go. I was a little too close. It's called Ciate. This beautiful color is called Spending Spree. And this is so beautiful. And this is called the Hamptons. Both of those I picked up off of Amazon. I thought they were super, super beautiful. I also picked up some Sally Hansen ones that I had not tried before. I thought I had gotten them out and I didn't. What did I do with them? Where art thou? Huh. I thought I had them sitting out here. No. I don't. I don't know why. Oh. Alright. Well. Next time. Next time I'll talk about them. But I really like them too. They're not the gel formula. They're just like a really nice creamy formula. Okay, and then I got some cuticle oil, and I love this. It's called Cuccio Natural Luxury Spa. It's revitalizing. This is milk and honey. And I love that it has like a little angled thing so that when you sit, and it comes with like a little dropper. So you can just drop some right on your nails and rub that in. And you can also, whoops, there we go. I'm going to get used to this. I'm checking myself in the monitor just to make sure that I'm focused. So, but milk and honey. I also found one, they had one in pomegranate that I really like to try, but I got both of these. There was two that came from Amazon because my cuticles are a disaster and they are in dire need of oil. I could put lotion on so I'm blue in the face and my cuticles are still going to be a disaster. So anyway, so I love, love, love that. I also love ColourPop, and you can pick ColourPop up at Ultra. I happen to have picked these up on Amazon because that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm shopping. Uh-oh. Looks like my batteries get ready to die. That's no good. Might have to wrap this up early. Okay, I'm not really sure how much longer I have when the battery light starts blinking. And you know I have a spare battery. I just can't find it. All right, this is the last thing that I will show you. This is the ColourPop. Oh, Lordy. Here we go. This is the ColourPop. It's called It's My Pleasure, and it is all purples. And I have been loving some purples lately. So I'm really excited to try that out. Okay. Since my battery is dying, I think I will go ahead and wrap it up. I don't have too much to show you more. I'm going to try to edit this and get this out. But we'll just wrap this up by saying, I hope you have a really good week. I hope that the sun looks brighter for you. I hope that whatever stress you're carrying, you can let go. If you're a praying person, give that to God. You can't carry everything around with you all of the time. And I had a very stressful week for various reasons on some levels. Even though my week was really, really good, there was just a lot of stress there. And I kept giving it to God and taking it back. And here's what you need to do. You need to give it to him and keep it moving. Okay. So until we meet again, thank you so much for checking in with me. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for finding me interesting at all. And I adore you all. And until we chat again, toodles. Oh, don't tell me that I didn't record. Don't tell me that I didn't record. Well, if I didn't, at least I have the iPhone one, and that is going to have the side of my face and me showing the other camera everything. No good. We shall see. Well, we shall see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking in. Thanks for coming by to my channel and subscribing if you have. If you haven't, do so down below. Just click the subscribe button. If you ring the bell, you'll notice you'll get a little email every time I upload something, which is usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So anyway, I hope you have a blessed week.